It's Friday, January 3rd, 2025. Merry 10th day of Christmas. Welcome to episode 135, the first episode of 2025 as the Alameda Postcast enters its fourth calendar year. I'm your host, Scott Peeler. In this edition of the Postcast, Alameda crime statistics for November, Dignity Commons accepting applications, the latest real estate sales, Mastic Senior Center looks to prevent potentially dangerous falls, the local dining scene gets respect from across the bay, the Alameda Connection currently streaming on Hulu, and new ideas for your new year. These stories and more on this episode of the Alameda Postcast. Our top story: Alameda police have released crime statistics for November. Numbers overall continue to show improvement. However, new formatting in the reporting omits several key data points and eliminates details that were included in the previous format. For example, traffic enforcement data is now not included, nor is it possible to determine the division of arrests between adults versus juveniles or felonies versus misdemeanors and infractions. However, let's take a look at the latest. Arrests reached 119, a 6-month high. Alameda saw 52 vehicle thefts, one less than last month, but to be fair, there is one less day in November than there is in October. So per day, that's essentially unchanged, but still dramatically under the 118 thefts reported in November of 23. Collisions were down from 80 to 64, but that's well over last November's 48. Catalytic converter thefts fell to 9, the first time we've seen single digits in that department in the last 6 months. Stolen vehicle recoveries were down from 68 to 58, but recovery numbers being above theft numbers is always a good sign. Vandalism and property damage reports decreased, as did robberies and assaults. If you were around the 1200 block of Chestnut near Encinal in early November, you might have noticed multiple businesses with broken windows. That vandalism occurred in the early hours of November 5th. The suspect was apprehended at the scene and arrested. As is typical for Alameda, violent crime remained low. There were also no reports of prostitution, gambling, or animal cruelty. For a detailed look at November's crime numbers with graphs as well as links to the full report, see Adam Gillett's article at alamedapost.com/news. The Alameda County Housing Authority has announced that at least 2 3-bedroom homes are now available at Dignity Commons, 2350 Rainbow Court out on Alameda Point. Each unit is 1,600 square feet with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, dining area, living room, patio, and kitchen. Pets are allowed with an additional deposit, no smoking. To qualify, households must include 4 to 6 people, and the total household income must be below 50% of area median income. That's an annual limit of $77,850 for a household of 4, $84,100 for 5, and $90,350 for 6. Preference is given to Housing Choice or Section 8 voucher holders and then to households with a veteran or active military member or a surviving spouse. All applications are due by January 12th at 5 p.m., and applicants are subject to a criminal background check. For details on these newly available properties and an application link, see alamedapost.com/news. Looks like a few people bought themselves a house for Christmas. Realtor Liz Rush guides us through the 11 Alameda home sales from December 17th through the 30th. The median listing price for sales during that period was actually under $1 million at $995,000. Actual median sales price was $80,000 more at $1,075,000. The highest sales price and largest property was $2,725,000 for a 3,410 square foot 4-bedroom on Bay Street, while the lowest was $505,000 for a 903 square foot 2-bedroom property on Broadway. Of the 11 properties, 7 sold for above asking, 3 for below, and 1 at asking price. For a complete rundown of these properties, see Liz Rush's article at alamedapost.com/features. Speaking of homes in Alameda, Steve Gorman is again treating us to a great history of a historic island home. This time, he's focused on 899 Union Street, the house sometimes known as Captain's Corner. Quite the tale of a home that a contractor considered irredeemable back in 1988. Over the years, the vintage 1891 structure has been lovingly restored, including removing over 900 pounds of aluminum siding. Steve also unearthed a little trivia that is, dare I say, music to this audio engineer's ears. The sound designers for the M. Night Shyamalan thriller The Sixth Sense spent time recording creaking floors, opening doors, and turning doorknobs at 899 Union, and those sounds made it into the final cut of the Bruce Willis hit. You'll find part 2 of Steve's history of 899 Union Street at alamedapost.com/history. While you're there, you'll want to check out his earlier installments of Today's Alameda Treasure. Mayor Marilyn Ezzy Ashcraft has taken a moment to wish Happy New Year and offer some resolution ideas such as reducing your energy bill with a heat pump, tips for safe winter cycling, and the opportunity to join AC Transit as a driver or mechanic. Right now, AC Transit is offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Find details at alamedapost.com/op-ed. I once heard this humorous definition of aging. Question: how do you know if you're young or old? Answer: if you fall down and people laugh, you're young. If you fall down and people say, "Oh no," you're old. A silly joke, but the truth is much more serious. The leading cause of injury for adults 65 and older? Falls. And 1 in 4 adults in that age group will experience a fall in the coming year. Whether you're in that group or have a loved one who is, you might want to take advantage of an upcoming offering from the Mastic Senior Center. Starting this Monday, January 6th, they will be offering 2 classes on fall prevention in conjunction with Spectrum Community Services. The class entitled Enhance Fitness provides a comprehensive workout combining aerobics, strength training, and flexibility exercises and accommodates all fitness levels with options for seated or standing participation. A Matter of Balance helps participants reduce their fear of falling through group discussions, practical exercises, and strategies to improve strength, balance, and home safety. It runs for 8 sessions and includes lunch. Advanced registration is required. There is a cost associated with the classes, but no one will be turned away for inability to pay. For details and registration information, see alamedapost.com/features. Sometimes it seems like Alameda gets left out of the discussion of Bay Area dining. Those of us who call Alameda home know better. And thanks to the national attention being given to establishments like Fixque and Saltbreaker, that's starting to change. The San Francisco Chronicle's associate restaurant critic Cesar Hernandez recently revisited the Alameda scene and gave a shout-out to Shaka Shack, Moxie, and Bacco Guy. Of course, Post readers were already familiar with Shaka and Moxie, while Bacco Guy has been building quite the reputation around the island and beyond. We've linked to the Chronicle article on our Facebook page. Take a look, add your favorites in the comments, facebook.com/Alameda Post. Alameda's own Marielle Heller is a filmmaker best known for directing the Tom Hanks film A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, based on the story of the relationship between Fred Rogers and journalist Tom Juno. Ms. Heller has been receiving acclaim on the festival circuit of late for her latest directorial effort. The movie is called Night Bitch and stars Amy Adams. It is currently streaming on Hulu. As a child, Marielle was part of the Alameda Children's Musical Theater, where she played, among other roles, Templeton, the rat, in Charlotte's Web. She attended high school at St. Joseph and later went on to study theater at UCLA and the Royal Academy in London. To see what she's been up to lately, check out Night Bitch on Hulu. It is rated R. Another Alameda connection, Marielle's brother Nate provides the music, as he has for all of his sister's films. If you're looking for something new to do in 2025, Amanda Laird has some suggestions in her weekly All-Around Alameda column. Carica Park kicking off First Fridays today with events for golfers and non-golfers alike. This month, part of the proceeds from the event will benefit the Alameda Post. Look for Carica's First Fridays every month. This Saturday, the USS Hornet has their monthly new volunteer orientation. Also on Saturday, Almanac teaming up with the USS Hornet Museum for a special free showing of the original Top Gun. The museum has arranged a special treat for the event. An authentic F-8 Crusader jet cockpit will be on display and available for photo opportunities. Photo ops at 5:30, movie at 7. On Monday, Alameda Sings welcomes folks interested in singing and music to their Bring a Friend open house at Mastic Senior Center from 7 until 9. On Tuesday, join fellow fabric crafters for Make It, a fiber arts craft circle at the main branch of the library from 4:30 until 6. The circle meets the first and third Tuesday of each month. Again, all around Alameda at alamedapost.com/features. More events at 94501.info. Alameda Angels Drag Show at Faction Friday night. Farmers Market Saturday from 9 until 1, and after a 2-week break, the Tuesday Farmers Market returns on the 7th. Alameda Point Antiques Fair this Sunday. Plan your travels accordingly. On Tuesday, San Francisco speed dating comes to Alameda Brewing on Park Street. 40-somethings will have their start at 6:30. The session for those in their 20s and 30s gets underway at 8 p.m. Again, more events at 94501.info. If your New Year's resolution is to do some good in the world, you can get started by joining us as a member. Head to alamedapost.com/memberships and help keep local news alive and well in Alameda. Remember, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, MSN, YouTube, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, as well as our very own subreddit. Subscribe to our channel on Apple News and look for us on Nextdoor. Find the Postcast wherever you get your podcasts, or simply tell your smart device to play the Alameda Postcast podcast. I'm Scott Peeler. Happy New Year. I'll be back next Friday with episode 136 of the Alameda Postcast.